Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and today I'm going to be doing a houseplant tour but of my flat. So I have two bedrooms and one main kind of like living, like kitchen room, but we only have houseplants in one bedroom because the other one gets a bit dusty. It's a bit of our like DIY kind of like studio. So I will show you those two rooms in which I have over 80 plants in. It sounds a lot, but it doesn't look a lot, I don't think anyway. So I don't think this will be too long a video, but I hope you enjoy watching this. If you have any questions, or if I get to a plant that I don't know the specific name of or I've got it wrong, let me know in the comments down below and I'll just get straight into it. So I thought we would start in my bedroom. So excuse the, I wouldn't say it was a mess because that's a bit mean, but my husband put this together, but he wanted to sand it and actually assemble it correctly, but I was just so keen to use it, so I basically said, nah, don't worry about it, we'll do it at the weekend, and that never happened because I really like this little new situation I've got going on here. So if it does look like it's part of a bed frame, that is because it is part of a bed frame, but I love it so much. So anyway, back onto the plants. This is my Monstera stanleyana. I love it. It's a really amazing plant. It's so unusual. It's kind of like really full and bushy, but it is like a really like, people talk about how difficult these are, and it's not difficult, but it's needy. Like, I will have to water this every 3 days, like maybe 3 to 4 days actually, but I water this all the time. So I watered this yesterday and the leaves are starting to drop again, which means it's like thirsty, and it's really annoying. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go on holiday because I've got a friend looking after my plants and I don't even know if she's good with plants yet. I haven't quite vetted her that far, but she I said to her she has to come in like once a week, and I'm really worried about this guy. But yeah, it's got amazing variegation, like kind of just like speckled, which I quite like. Got some sectoral stuff around the back of it, but yeah, it's a really pretty plant. I will continue to say this through the whole video, but my plants are really dusty. I have to dust them every single day to keep them looking like completely fine because I live next to a main road, so let's just ignore that, okay? So here we have my Monstera variegata. This is newly propped up on this unusual thin kind of plant stake, just because the new leaf that's grown in has made it kind of like bend like quite a lot. You see how it's just like growing out of that, and it's a bit weighty. So it's on there for now until I get back from my kind of holiday, seeing my in-laws abroad. I say holiday, I wish. We're visiting family abroad, but yeah, I'm gonna do that when I get back. But I think it's starting to show evidence of new growth, I think, which is cool because this is only just unfurled, so fingers crossed. Anyway, this one is my satin pothos, also known as the proper name, which is Scindapsus pictus. It's super cute. I love how it glistens in the sunlight. It's constantly curly, even if it's not thirsty. It is a needy little thing, but the legs that it's growing are kind of cool. So yeah, that's that one. And then we've got my Monstera deliciosa. Lots of new, I say lots, 2 new leaves. So this one here and this one is new. I got this for £4 from Rich Rainforest, which I did a review on at the beginning of my YouTube journey, so about 2 months ago. So he has grown 2 new leaves since, which takes me down to this Hoya. He sold it to me as a tricolour, but I'm not that brushed up on Hoya, so I think it's a tricolour, but I also don't think it is. I think it's got like, I don't know, please tell me what this is. If it's a tricolour, that's cool, but I don't see 3 colours. It used to have like pink around here, so maybe that's what made it try, but I'm not sure about this one, but it's lovely nevertheless. And then we have my I forgot the name of this, Rhaphidophora Tetris Burma, also known as the mini Monstera. It has grown a ton, loads. Please ignore my flat leaks when it rains. Every time it rains, and it really bugs me. It's so ugly, I hate it. But anyway, I can't fix that. So yeah, this is my Rhaphidophora Tetris Burma. It is so pretty. It is, I would say, the fastest growing plant I think I have at the moment. It's definitely like super fastly growing. So I probably get 2 new leaves every single week, I think, which is really cool. I'm loving it. Needs a little stake though. And then it takes you up to on top of my wardrobe. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because they're quite high up. But here we have my heartleaf Philodendron, which is a cutting which I rooted in water as always, and now it's in a pot of soil, messy soil, because I don't look when I water these plants. I just pour water in and hope that I don't do too much, so it's a bit messy in there. But it's grown an absolute ton. I love it. I love this particular tiny little leaf. It's so cute. But yeah, it doesn't get much sunlight either, so it literally just gets what's coming from that window, and it's not really the best. So yeah, that's doing good. We've got my alocasia there, which is beautiful. It is growing again so much. You can see the new growth there, the shiny leaves of the new growth. The older leaves are starting to really not like me, hence this little situation. I don't know, this plant is brilliant. It just continues to grow. It's very weighty, but I don't know what happened with these. Like, I'm not sure why that happened, but I'm just gonna say it's old age leaf situation, because the rest of it seems really happy. And it's always been the easiest plant for me, so I think it's just a life cycle of it. But yeah, that's my alocasia. I think it's an alocasia poly. It's an IKEA alocasia. But yeah, there's that one. I've got a tiny little cutting of ivy here. Really, back in the day when I used to propagate one thing, you know, like just one strand, and yeah, it looks stupid on its own. Like, it's just one strand and it's not grown. It's cute, but the story with this is last summer my husband's bestie watered our plants, and he killed the ivy, and this was the only thing I could save. I don't know how anyone kills an ivy, but he like literally just sent it swimming. But yeah, it's very pretty. A bit lonely on its own though. I've got another ivy propagating, which I could put over there. This one I don't care for. I feel really bad actually. I think my husband bought me this. It's cool. He actually bought me it just for the pot it came in, so I don't feel too bad. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of succulents and this kind of thing. I don't even know the name of it, which is really mean for it. I feel really bad. And here is I'm gonna take this down actually so we can appreciate this. But this is my Philodendron silver sword. It's obviously still very young. I can't grab that leaf. It's still very young, so it hasn't got like the sword like shaped leaves, but it's still so pretty. I love the like iridescence of it. It's so cool. It's growing quite finely for me actually. I think you see there's more growth there. It's constantly pushing out new growth. I've had this, like, I think I've had this about a month, maybe a tiny bit longer, and I've propagated it like 3 times since. So yeah, it's really cool. You can see where I propagated it there, that whole strand. It was like another bushier kind of like vine, but it's so pretty. I absolutely love this one. I've just recently put it here, if I'm honest. It wasn't here before. I don't know why. I just felt like maybe it wanted more light. I don't know. seems fine where it was, but hey. And then we've got my Philodendron atom. This was a baker.com purchase. It arrived, not looking happy. It kind of had a root rot and stuff. I'm not going to focus too much on this one because I've got another one in the other room. That leaf needs to come off. I'll talk about the other one more because it's a bit healthier, but yeah, we've got that one up there. And then down here we have the peace lily. I forgot what it's called then. So peace lily, and this is the one I kind of saved. Oh dear, oh god. Sorry. Really dusty. Jesus Christ, I need to clean that up. Honestly, it's my flat. Like, I don't know what. Everything's dusty all the time. But yeah, this was the peace lily that clearly didn't like being in soil. I have had this for a long time, and I think I've said it in my previous video, it's staying in water now. So I'll see if I can show you, but there's loads of like new roots. Yeah, so you see all these like bright white roots. These are all new roots, I'm sure. I've just changed the water, so it's a bit mucky here. But yeah, it absolutely loves being in water. It's just such a happy plant in water. I'm never moving it. But yeah, kind of cool how big and bushy it is now. And I've had lots and lots and lots of new growth since, like shiniest leaves and new growth. So yeah, probably shouldn't really focus too much on that one because it's just a standard peace lily, but I have fallen in love with it all over again. And then we have this beat up old gal. This is a Philodendron red emerald. I get imperial red and red emerald mixed up. It's looking happier. This is another baker.com kind of order that arrived. Incredibly root rot, but it's a lot happier. All the damage that it came with is looking a bit sad. I mean, this leaf is really sad. No, it's not. So it's this one. You see, it's just like, look at that. But yeah, it's doing better. Like the leaves are like standing up rather than, you know, like drooping down and looking sorry for themselves. So it's doing better. It's still kind of like showing that it wants to keep growing, which is cool. But yeah, it's not the prettiest. Well, the top half is a bit sad. The bottom half is beautiful. I love these leaves. They're very, very cute. But yeah, there's that one. And then the last plant we have in the bedroom is on my husband's side. It's this Philodendron Xanadu. I got this from Facebook Marketplace not so long ago. Ever since I bought it at home, it's just declined. And I mean, this is all from her. This is not me, but it looks like it's had quite the journey. You see how it's been chopped up, and it's got, I mean, it's in a bit of a bad way. But yeah, I like the leaf shape, that's why I bought it, and I just wanted one Philodendron of every kind of species there is. But yeah, it's not the happiest plant, but that's why it's over on my husband's side, because I don't have to look at it every day. But yeah, we'll go into the living room. Okay, so this is where the plant kind of thing really, really begins. Like, I'm kind of full of plants here. Not so much here. The pigs are actually not in the pen at the moment, they're out. Plants are more here, but we'll get around to that. So let's just start over here without making you too dizzy. This is my Philodendron Brazil, another one from Baker. It's doing a lot better. It actually looks a lot better. It's kind of standing up on itself now rather than just being like meh. And then we have this. Okay, help me out here, guys. So I was sold this as a silver Rian. You see how silver it is? I didn't really question it, but someone said, I've got a really sore throat, so that's why I keep swallowing. Someone said that it is actually a Saturn Pothos, which is an exotica, like the exotica rather than the other one. I don't know, I get them confused. I think this is a Silverian. What do people think? Because I sold it as a Silverian and she sold it to me a bit more expensive, so kind of hoping it is what I thought it was. Anyway, here's one of my many Pothos cuttings. Just nothing special about that. It's just a Pothos cutting. Here's a creepy hand I found on Facebook Marketplace. I just thought it was really cool. I wanted to put that in like a planter and then have a plant coming up it, which I haven't done yet. But anyway, my very sad, very dusty shelf. These are nothing special again. These are just some dead and alive jade propagations. I need to do something with them. Sit there. We have down here, we have a Peperomia Rosso, maybe, I don't know. I kind of painted it when I was painting my terracotta, so that's what that is. Oops. It looks a lot nicer in person than it does on camera. It doesn't look very happy. I'm embarrassed to even show you this. I did not notice that. That was my Paella Moo Valley. Oops. My cacti. Again, oops. I'm gonna throw that out. I don't do well with cacti. And then this is my Syngonium robusta, I think. It was very pink and beautiful, and then it's lost all its variegation, you see? Probably because it's a bit shady here. I don't know. And then we've got another arrowhead plant. This is one that I saved. This is from Facebook Marketplace, and it was literally dying. It still is dying. It still doesn't look very happy, but it was literally much worse than this. And it was like, I think it was like £1 or something, and I just thought, why not? Let's try see if I can save it. It's very lovely. I've got another one which I am obsessed with, which is probably one of my favourite plants, so I'm not too sad about that, but that's fine. Probably doesn't even fit under there anymore either. That's another Pothos which was leant up against, oh, it's wet. It was leant up against the window, so it's kind of got like sunburn, which kind of looks like a really cool pattern. But yeah, it's another one. They are like weeds, they grow crazy. Sorry about that. I don't know why I've got such a sore throat today. This is my Spam Farm. New growth, which is amazing. I love it. I can't wait for that to grow. I'm really pleased with this plant. This is my favourite leaf in my flat. It's just so, look how big that is. It's huge. I love it. And then behind it, we have this jade plant. This was just left downstairs by someone moving out. She didn't want it. I kind of think it's kind of weird and ugly, which is why I like it. This is the other Philodendron atom. Looks a bit nicer, this one. With the leaves, I don't know, like it's not really covered from root rot that well. But I don't know if you can see, I'm just letting it dry out between waterings. It's still really wet. So there's that. This used to be for loads of veggies, but in the summer the sun's too hot, so we just have these plants in here. So these are 2 autograph plants. I should really do something more with them, but I don't. And then we've got some Dracaena. I think that, are they Dracaena? I don't know. I'm not really a fan of them, hence why they're in the corner. I feel really bad. They're just not really my thing. Here we've got 2 very, not even going to show you in there because they're going to get annoyed with me. My guinea pigs. They are in their little tent. And one of them's a bit grumpy today, so I'll just leave them be. Here we have another variegated Monstera. It is another one that's on a little stake, just because the new growth is having it lean over. You can even see there. Does anyone else have like soil marks everywhere? Oops. So yeah, this is one that it was browning quite a lot, so I took the chance in cutting that off. And yeah, it's doing a lot better. Like that's not going brown anymore. It's gonna just stop now, which is cool. I do think this is literally finished unfurling, like the other one maybe this week, last week, and I do think I see like new growth, like a tiny little tip, so that's cool. This needs to be somewhere else because it's so beautiful. This is my Monstera Adansonii. I recently put it on a moss pole. There's nothing really much to say about that. It is lovely, I love it. I've got 3 of these, and this is probably my favorite. This is a new plant. Don't actually think it's meant to be in the window. I don't think it likes direct light. I'm finding it hard to like confirm what this is. I think it's a Hoya Wyetii, but then someone said it was a Hoya, what was the other name of it? A Hoya, I think people are probably screaming at the camera, the video right now, because they know what it is, and it slipped my mind. But yeah, it started, it's like bleeding a little bit. You see like the white sap, which is really sad. I'm not sure what happened there. This is, if you can see it, this is my Pothos. It is a happy leaf, that's it. It is a really, really happy plant. It wasn't yesterday. It was not yesterday, it was very, very sad and like bleh. But I watered it again, and now it's happy. And again, ignore all the damage to the wall because of the leaks that we have in this flat. So yeah, there's that. So this is my Monstera Peru. Pretty. It's very, very succulent leaf-like. New growth. Propagated it twice already. It's growing faster than I thought it was actually. And then we've got my second Adansonii. I quite like this particular leaf. I like them when they're bigger, but for some reason all my Adansonii grow too small, I'm not sure why. And then we've got another one down there, but we'll just ignore that. And this is my prayer plant. It was, oh god, if you could see this at the beginning of spring, it was literally like this big. It's like these 3 leaves, it was tiny. And now it's like such a bushy plant. And then we've got my peperomia. Oh, why do I keep saying this? Paella pepermoides. Is it pepermoides? Pepermoides? You know what I mean. Money, lucky plant, Chinese money plant, friendship plant. Love it. It's a very, very big one as well, which is cool. Currently propagating in water, hence the sponge, just to keep it upright. And this was its little sister it came with, and then this leaf came off and it was so big I didn't want to chuck it out, so that's currently in water. I've got rid of the aphids, so that's good. And I'll take you over to the other side. So this is a half-eaten grapefruit, and this is my elephant bush. It's so pretty. I love that it's like a little tree. You can just imagine on a larger scale in Africa, but apparently these are huge in Africa, obviously, because if elephants eat them, which they do, it's a bit dry there, they obviously need to be able to reach them. So yeah, elephants eat this. Apparently humans can too, but I would not suggest that. It's very pretty. I think it's really sweet. And then down here we go. My Begonia Rex. This was something I picked up for like a couple of quid at the market. Yesterday, or the day before, maybe memory fails me, it was like this. It was just like bleh. And I've not had a begonia before, so I was a bit worried. But I watered it and it literally sprung back to life again. And I don't understand, because I watered it a couple of days before that as well. So it either is very, very thirsty, or it just, because it was over here, it might not like the grow light. But yeah, it's doing a little bit better there. And here we have my euphorbia. I bought this yesterday. I just think it's so pretty. Is it a variegated version? Like, obviously it's not the ghost, which a friend has, and I'm insanely jealous. But is it a variegated version? I don't know. Everything's variegated to me these days. I saw a pigeon the other day, and I said as a joke to my husband, "Oh, it's a variegated pigeon," and my husband looked at me thinking I was right in that case. So yeah, and then I'm not going to bother showing you, but we got another golden pothos cutting there, and a golden pothos cutting there, and a golden pothos cutting there, everywhere. So we've got my ZZ plant here with my garlic, looking pretty. We've got another golden pothos there. This is my propagation shelf station, situ, which is usually full, but I have got rid of loads recently because we're going away soon, like I said, to see family, and I don't know, I didn't want to take cuttings just before we went away. I like to keep an eye on them, so yeah. We've got I bought another ivy because, like I said, my husband's best friend overwatered one, so I just picked another one up for like £1 or something from Wilco. I think it was maybe £2, and it's grown a lot, which is very cool. And then we have my snake plant, which is also from Wilco. I was not a big fan of snake plants before I saw one in person, and my goodness, they are so cool. I love it. I've got my 2 string of hearts, which I keep trimming because they keep coming down to the draining board, which is not good when you've got kind of like pots and pans there, and I get scared they'll kind of rip it. But yeah, not the variegated one, nothing special, just the standard one, but it's so pretty. And then we've got some cuttings, got some Adansonii because my plant is getting super laggy. Got a silver sword there, just a single leaf. Yeah, nothing exciting. I cut this up completely, put it in water because it was doing my head in, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, nothing really exciting here, guys. Nothing exciting. Like this guy, I love this. This is my Hartley Philodendron, which I've shown off before already. I need to hook that one back up because it's fallen off, but yeah, that's my Hartley Philodendron. A golden pothos. That's it for that side. And then here we have another Rhaphidophora Tetris Burma, which is a tissue culture variety apparently, just because of the fenestrations aren't that normal, so I understand, could be wrong. This is a sad story. I can't even believe this. I'm so upset with myself. I'm a bit sad about this one. I think I know where I went wrong. But yeah. So there's that. You can see my pig. That's not poo, by the way, people. That is not poo. They take their food and they run off with it and they eat it places. So you'll find little pellets everywhere, and it's not poo, it's pellets. But anyway, another Squamifarum, which is lovely. Bit brown, but hey, still love you. This one is my Scindaptus pictus. just a little cutting. Since it's been next to the humidifier, actually, it's loved it. So I'll put that back on. This is my Philodendron. Bloody hell, that's dusty. I literally do this every single week. This is my Philodendron Imperial Red. It is such a cool plant, but I don't have a pot for it just yet, so it kind of just hides here. I've got some new growth coming through. Really, really, really cool. So here we have my Calathea. I don't know the name of it. I had just seen it's got a little brown tip on there, and I'm gutted. I was about to say how easy this plant is. I don't know why that is. I'll have it after. One half to my crocodile fern. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. And the other half to the fern is on this sofa. Where else would it live? This is in my husband's terrarium. I love it. Just trust me, it is really cool inside. You can't see it because it's all foggy. I love that so much. It needs to go somewhere else though because it can't stay here. That is a very, very cool terrarium. You did very well, husband. But yeah, that's it. That is my houseplant tour. Small, not exactly super exciting, I'm sure, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, so that is it for my houseplant tour. I don't have the rarest of plants. I have lots of very affordable common plants. I am definitely a Facebook marketplace kind of girl. I like to find a good bargain on there. I like to adopt and rehome unloved plants, so I have a lot that are looking sad, that might need some love, which I'm kind of like getting them on the path to recovery, I suppose. But yeah, I hope you found this interesting, fun, enjoyable, different. I don't know, I've not done anything like this before, so I kind of exposed myself to everyone seeing my collection, which is a bit nerve-wracking, so be kind. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Please do let me know if you know if my silvery Anne is a silvery Anne. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grab it. If you know what this plant is, let me know. Because people tell me it's a Satin Pothos, and then some people say it's a silvery Anne. I get the two mixed up. It's an Exotica and something else. I forget. But what is this one? It's too silvery to be the same as the others that I've got, you know? But hey, if you know, you know. If you don't, then thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!